and gave it a cheap $100 million budget, but at the last minute changed my mind just because the Lilo and Stitch merge last year sold $2 billion across the globe. So now I'm convinced to slap it in theaters, and even though that controversial Snow White remake bombed, because this movie's inevitably gonna make $1 billion just because of nostalgia, I swayed to continue the live-action remake, cow, ha ha. Stitch eats scripts for remake, rah, 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 rah. This was my reaction to this remake. Yep, I was as fucking pissed as Jumba in a nutshell. I couldn't control myself, so... Ooh, Lilo and Stitch 2025. Another unnecessary Disney live-action remake and the studio product that was only greenlit for nostalgia reasons, not for artistic reasons. Directed by Dean Fleischer Camp, who directed movies like Marshall in the Shell, so I'm sure it's not entirely his fault this remake turned out as shit as it is. I mean, it's more the studio interference here, of course, because this is not a director's passion project movie. And it's the second Disney live-action remake this year after the over-hated Snow White. But this is coming just 2 months after Snow White. We barely had a break from these remakes. So Lilo and Stitch 2025 tells the story, and need I say more? It's the exact same thing. You know the story of Lilo and Stitch, except with, cringer changes to the original, and even missing characters, believe it or not. Yeah, that bad. So yeah, Lilo and Stitch 2025 is a broken remake. It's SUCKS sucks so freaking bad. Unlike the original animated classic, this will be left behind and forgotten. I am in awe of how overhyped this remake was getting, how people were saying this was going to be the god of all Disney live action remakes, one of the fewer great ones, just because they were raving about and gushing over Stitch's live action design, and just because of how truly beloved the original animated Lilo and Stitch is. It's still the fan favorite of the post-Renaissance Disney classics. And whenever you go to a Disney store or any store in general, Stitch merch is freaking everywhere. Like, you just can't miss it. Like, what store these days doesn't sell Stitch merch? Disney made $2 billion off of it last year alone, so of course the greedy buggers would want to greenlight a remake and another one to make more money when they're still making money off the original, so no need to make a live action one. When they greenlit this in 2018, I was like, why? Just 23 years after the original, and yeah, I mean, and I know this extreme rant may seem repetitive of my other remake rants, but what I am shocked by is that this fucking stupid remake turned out to be even fucking worse and more insulting than I could have ever imagined. I thought I was just gonna get this a regular rant. It was just, a harmless bad, but fuck no, rapes the original animated movie. And yeah, it's clear that Dean Fletcher Camp, as I'm sure as talented as he is, he's no Chris Sanders or Dean DeBlois, who were masters of their craft in the animation field. And the changes they made here are all the wrong ones. And complete slappers in the faces to the original. Stitch's live action design is overrated as hell, and I don't find him cute or fluffy. I just found him painfully unfunny, and they turned him into a Minions Illumination comic relief character. Yes, the comedy here is not a quarter as strong or as much or as well written as it was in the animated film. In fact, this film it's has barely any drama and total absence of heart in favour of Illumination bad level comedy. There's one shitty filler scene where Stitch crashes a wedding party before he gets hit by the truck. Why the fuck did we need that? Just have him get hit by the truck like they did in the original. That just drags out the pacing needlessly. Even Lee, despite Chris Sanders' best efforts, I'm stunned that he wanted anything to do with this remake. Did he not know how atrocious it was gonna be? Of course, Disney paid him millions of dollars to return, to bribe him, but Lilo's child actress, I mean, yes, she is cute and all, and she does have a bright career ahead of her, but her Lilo came off as far more dull and generic, and just like every other child character we see in modern family movies, Lilo is stripped of what made her so unique in the original here. We barely see her take any photos of people on the beach, and when and she just pushes Myrtle off the stage at her hula class here. She doesn't physically punch Myrtle in the face like she did in the original, because this remake was lazily dialing back on the level of violence and maturity that the original has. And Nani, fuck me, did they well do her dirty. She's acts out of character. She doesn't seem to love Lilo nearly as much here as her animated version. And making her a marine biologist and giving her more support, with her neighbor, that makes the stakes all that much lower. She had no support. She had to care for Lilo all herself, and that's what made you root for the sisters to pull through and to prevent Lilo from being taken by Cobra Bubbles. Even Lilo and Nani's fight when they argued in the original, I mean, my god, that was one of the best directed animated argument scenes between siblings I have ever seen in any movie, animated or not. And the voice actors for Lilo and Nani there, did such a phenomenal job. But here, Lilo and Nani's bombed, barely has any chemistry, and none of their moments tugged on my heartstrings whatsoever fucking ever. And I will get to the ending and the worst thing they did soon. Stitch isn't even watching the Aloha Oi scene, and that's such an integral part of the story that helps reform his character. So they really robbed him of important moments in his character arc. So his change from bad to good in this remake comes out of fucking nowhere. Screw you, remake, for changing that. Also, Nani doesn't even take Lilo to get a dog in this version. Her neighbour takes Lilo to the animal shelter instead. Give me a fucking break, remake. Remake, you are just trying to rub fans of the original off the wrong way, and yeah, you're doing a shitty job of telling this story. And they even got Tia Carrere, Nani's original voice actress, in this remake, and even the woman who voiced the old lady in the original, who Nani was looking to apply for a job for. And I feel ever so bad for them being dragged into this, and as if this remake wasn't shitting on the original enough. David is flat as a pancake here. He is boring. I forgot he was even in this remake, and they even have David's grandmother in this version. Even I remembered her more than David in. Oh, but Jumba and Pleakley, they royally fucked up. Taking away Jumba's Russian voice that made him so iconic, and just having Zach Galifianakis use his normal American voice. Oh, who casted this guy? And giving giving Jumba and Pleakley human forms when they're looking for Stitch. Or cringe as fuck. Writers of this remake, just go back to writing school, because and seriously, that is as painful comedy as Sisu transforming into a human in Raya and the Last Dragon. Remember how charming it was in the original when Jumba and Pleakley dressed as humans, but you could still tell that they were aliens, and the even scenes with the Grand Councilwoman on planet Churro and the CGI aliens. The CGI looks absolutely unforgivably awful. Even the Lilo and Stitch video games from the 2000s looked a bit better than that. Gone 2 is not even in the fucking remake. No, just because this remake's, lazy ass $100 million budget couldn't afford him, so they replaced Gone 2 with a Jumba as the villain. It's that fucking stupid, and Jumba does not work as the main antagonist at all. And they even have it worsens the climax to the nth degree by having Lilo sneak onto Jumba's ship. Jumba's ship crashes into the ocean, and Stitch saves Lilo. Stitch gets a faked death, as predictable as Geppetto's faked death in Pinocchio 2022, and we know he's alive. Of course he is, also, Cobra Bubbles isn't even the social worker in this movie. No, he's a CIA agent who's hunting aliens. Yeah, they completely made his character irrelevant in this remake and took away all his comedy. In fact, you could have had Cobra Bubbles be the social worker with the other social worker lady. They could have worked as a hilarious duo. Just the Hawaiian setting here just looks so derivative in comparison to the stunning watercolors painting like Hawaii in the original. Hawaiian roller coaster ride was a fucking yawn fest. Been there, done that. Saw it infinitely better 23 years ago, and they jumped the shark tremendously with the ending by separating Nani and Lilo. Yes, this Nani would literally part ways with her sister and not fight for her. I swear that this is a clone of Nani that's kidnapped the original and tied her up. Who are you and what have you done with Nani? That is not in any way, shape or form the same Nani from the original. Frozen 2 did the passing ways of the sisters right, as we know that Elsa and Anna are going to reunite. They're just got responsibilities running Arendelle and the Enchanted Forest. Don't you dare Disney greenlight a live-action Lilo and Stitch cinematic universe just because this remake is probably gonna surpass $1 billion. If there's any good to come out of this piece of shit, is that it will at least keep cinemas open this summer financially, but other than that, there is no benefit from seeing it. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, they completely cut the Ugly Duckling book from this movie. Yes, Stitch never reads the Ugly Duckling that Lilo shows him. I was pissed when I saw that they had cut that, because that is the most important part of Stitch's character journey, the Ugly Duckling, and helped him discover the theme of family and his Ohana. It's as shitty a decision as removing the moment when Rafiki hits Simba over the head in the Lion King remake. Overall, I did not like the Lilo and Stitch remake one bit. Is this the worst movie of 2025? I wouldn't go that far. Until Dawn is still the worst for me, but this is unquestionably the worst Lilo and Stitch movie. It makes even the direct-to-video Lilo and Stitch sequels look like god-tier masterpieces. And this is the year that both animated Dean DeBloy movies, this and How to Train Your Dragon, get remade into live action. How fucking sad is that?
I give Lilo and Stitch 2025 0 as a vibe back this remake.
Woo! I mean, just when you thought I was gonna be kinder to the remakes from now on, well, I'm afraid you were mistaken. And the live action Moana coming in 2026, coming only 10 years after the original animated movie. Are you kidding me, Disney? Like, give this generation a chance to grow up with the old one for a little longer. But of course, we all know the alpha and omega of the shitty remakes is coming in June. Yeah, and it involves dragons. I don't even need to tell you what it is. But that's coming, well, just 6 years after the original trilogy ended, so that's even worse. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this extreme rant. And what are your thoughts on Lilo and Stitch 2025? I know that this remake is gonna have its defenders in my comment section that are not gonna be happy with this rant, but please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time when I review the Lilo and Stitch TV series, a far more positive Lilo and Stitch related review, and then my Lilo and Stitch reviews will be all done. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.